Hello everyone, today we are going to see 10 Excel formulas for data analyst role. We just want to calculate profit margin percentage, which is just going to be equal to net revenue divided by gross profit and then hit enter. Then now we just want to drag this across. So we are just going to press shift and then hit the right arrow and then hit control R. But you will notice over here that we started to get this error sign. That basically because we are dividing by 0 and you can't really submit something like this as it just looks wrong. So what we want to do here is use the if error formula to go around. So upfront over here, we're gonna press if error and tab, and then we have to just add double quotation mark. So just so that it will tell Excel not to put anything. Basically, we will close those bracket and hit enter. Now again, we're gonna drag this along and press control R, and now it's dynamic. So if I add any number over here, you can see that it is giving me percentage over here. Okay, so next up in number 9, we have got a string function. And these make sense to extract a portion of sales value that might not make too much sense. So let's look at an example to show you. You can see over here that under location, we have got the abbreviation of the state and next to the code. So what we want to do here is just take the first part because we only really want the state name. So we are going to go with the equal sign and then left formula. And we will hit tab and then we will select this location. And after that, we want two characters. We will press comma and then 2, and then we will hit close the bracket and then we will click enter. And then we want these two characters in all the lines. So we'll just select this by pressing shift and then we will press control D to make it dynamic. So you can also change this character to 5 or whatever number you want. And same way you can use right function and mid function. Right, we are going to join text, and for this we can simply use the ampersand sign. So if we take a look at this table over here, you can see that we have got the breakdown by city and country. What we want to do here is merge them together. So joining them, this you can use concatenate function, which is like this by pressing concat function, and the first function is concatenate. But there is a faster way to go about it, which is just using the ampersand sign. So what we will do over here, that we will press equal sign, we'll select the city London over here, and we'll press ampersand sign, and then we'll open the quotation. We'll press put comma over here, then we'll give a space so that there is a separation between country and city. We'll close this quotation, then we'll again put the ampersand sign, and then we'll select this country and hit enter. So here we have city as well as country with us. And now what we can do, we can just simply copy this, or what you can do, control shift down and then control D. So this formula is complete now. Next up, we have sequence formula, which allows you to add a sequence of number. So over here, let's suppose that we are running a few tests, and on the whole, we want to run 50 tests. So we are just going to label them by going to equal, then sequence, and then for rows, we will press 50, and then we'll close this bracket and hit enter. So this is for all the 50 rows. And then similarly, so we could make it a little bit more sophisticated. So over here, let's say that these tests are going to start on the 1st of January 2023. They're going to go on every week. So every 7 days, we can also specify that using the sequence formula. So how can we do that? By pressing sequence formula, by clicking on sequence formula. And then for rows, we'll press 50. And then we'll press comma. And for column, we will not use this column because column means the entire data will move horizontally, which we don't want it over here. So we'll press comma. Then we'll put another formula, which is called date. And then we'll hit tab. And over here, we will put year as 2023, as month as first month, January, and then first date first. Then we'll close this bracket. And then if you see here, we want to go for entire week. So every 7 days, we want that. So we'll press comma and then we'll put 7. And then we're just gonna close this bracket and hit enter now. Now you can see what that looks like, where we have the step up for every 7 days. Speaking of dates, another very useful formula is EDATE formula. So let's take a look over here. You can see that we have got the income statement, and we basically want to add the month all the way here. So the first one, let's suppose that this is January 2023. So from January 2023, from here, we want to go to incremental of 1 month. For this, we can use EDATE formula. This is the start date. So we'll just press E date, hit tab, and then we will select this January 2023. And then we'll press comma, and then we put 1, and then close the bracket. From here, we can use this by dragging this formula to the right. So we will just select this entire row and we will press Ctrl R. So now we have this formula. So what we can do that you can also decrease these months by pressing any values. Like if I press -1 and if I select this and drag it to the right and Control R, then it has a decreasing value of these months. Next up in number 5, we have got the large and small function. So over here, you can see that you got all the brands that we are working with, and here are the different deal sizes in amounts. We want to find out what are the 5 largest deal size that we have got. So you can think of just using the max function, but that's really only going to give us the first one and not all of those others ones. So for a top 5, the best way is using the large function. So we will go and hit equal and then large, and array should be the deal size. So we'll select this, and for k, that is the rank, we'll select all of these 5 one, and we'll close the bracket and hit enter. So best part of this formula is that it is giving me all the ranks from 1 to 5. Even if we will change it to like 10, we'll get the result of the 10th deal size. Same way we can also do for the small. So we'll just press small function over here and click enter. And we can change it by clicking 1. So these are the small ones which we have in our formula. So now we have got the sumif formula, which allows you to sum a set of values if a certain condition is true. So we'll go over here, formula, which allows you to sum a set of values if a certain condition is true. So you will see that we have got all the companies' names alongside their dates and whatever sales and commission they have got up so far. Here under the month 7, we basically want to find sales amount. So the condition here is that if it's in 7 month, we want to find the sum of those sales. So we will go and put equal sign and type in sum ifs and hit tab button, and then we'll select the entire sales range, which is sum range, so sales, and then the criteria range should be the month, so entire month column, and then criteria should be over here in the icon, which you cannot see as of now, but we'll press close bracket and then hit enter. So here it goes sum if sales amount. So let's take it up a level down. Below here, you will notice that the name Amazon is actually replicated many times with different endings. So you can see that it's Amazon Inc., Amazon UK, etc. But for our purpose, we would want them all together as they have all Amazon for this. We're gonna use the same sumif formula. So we'll type in sumifs and then we'll press tab. And then for the sales sum range, we'll select the entire sale, press comma, and then criteria range should be the entire company name. Then again, we'll press comma, and the criteria should be over here, the Amazon. So we'll just select this part, which is still you can't see, but it is an I6. And then we'll put ampersand sign and we'll open the quotation mark and we'll put a wildcard. This is for the Amazon, and whatever you find after starts with Amazon, it doesn't matter how far it goes. So as you can see in this example, Amazon UK, EU, Inc. So we'll put wildcard for that asterisk mark, and then we'll close this quotation, and then we will close the bracket, and we will hit enter. So now you can see that you can find out all the Amazon sales amount over here, and it doesn't matter if there is something or something related to Amazon. So you will find everything related to Amazon over here. We have got the filter function. So you can see that we have got all the sales figure by country, and we have got specific target, which is 500,000 over here. So in this table to the side, we want to find out which country have passed the 500,000 mark for this. We will use the filter function. So we'll put filter, hit tab, and then we have to include the array. So we will include the entire array over here, then comma, and then there is an include part. So for inclusion, we're gonna add this condition that whatever the sales we have over here should be greater than 500,000. Close those bracket and hit enter. Now you will see how the filter function works. Similarly, if we could go ahead and change this to say 2,50,000 to 5, then it would automatically, like, this formula is display all the countries, so it is quite dynamic. Now we have got the lookup function, more specifically the xlookup. And for this, you will find here that we have got the salesperson alongside how much they have made in commission and how much they have generated and so on. What we want to find out is more specifically how much this Steven person made in commission. So we are gonna do that by putting equal sign and then we'll write xlookup, we'll hit tab, and here it is saying xlookup value. So we will select this Steven Michael and press comma. Then we will go for lookup array and we will select the entire column of salesperson by pressing Ctrl Shift down, then comma. Then we have to give the return array. So what do we want? We want commission. So we select the entire commission and then we will put close bracket and then hit enter. So here is Steven Michael. Commission is there. Now, if we want to see the whether this formula is dynamic, I can also go ahead and change the name here to say manual Lee. So I'll just copy this and paste over here and see this commission is changing. It is completely dynamically updated, the figure over here. And finally, at number 1, we have got the index match. So let's look at an example. As you can see over here, we have got sales breakdown by country and by month. Specifically, we want to find out the sales in the country of Austria in the month of April. So we'll go to and we'll put equal sign and the index match. So we'll first write index. Index match is basically a combination of index and match. So we'll type index and hit tab, and for array, we'll select the entire array over here, like all the numbers, and select this, and then we press comma, and for row number, we will put match. And the lookup value over here is Austria, and then we'll press comma, and we'll select lookup array, we'll select the entire country name. Then we'll press comma and then we'll put 0 for exact match. Then we'll close the bracket and then we'll press comma again for the month, and for again we'll put match. And for lookup, we'll select this lookup value, we will select C14, then we'll press comma, and then we'll go over here and we'll select the lookup array for which is the entire month. Then we will select exact match by selecting 0, and then we'll close the bracket and again close the bracket, and then we'll hit enter.